Hi, welcome back to the Art Crate. Today I made a painting using the textured tissue paper, tracing paper from the last video where we used the Gelli Plate and did some printmaking techniques. So I grabbed a sunflower print photo, and I basically am just really loosely here. There's the Gelli print papers from the last video. So I'm just loosely doing some sketching here of the sunflowers. So I went over with a pencil and just a water soluble pencil also, and added some water, adding some Indian orange, I think, inks, acrylic inks, and trying to add some contrast here. Just very loose. I'm not overthinking it. My goal here is to use that tissue paper and add some texture. So just not thinking too much, doing my warms, and then I'll add in some cools. And then I will get some, planning on getting some of those, ripping up some of those tissue paper, and you'll see it's a really fun way to work. Everything's kind of a surprise. It's just real playful. I like it. Still on the warms. The idea is to keep it really abstract. It's just a good way to incorporate the Gelli Plate texture and not get, not overwork it. So some of my lines are getting lost in here, but it's okay. They can always be brought back. Gets kind of muddy if you start adding in the blues, I guess the cold colors too soon. So trying to stick with just the warms, and now I've got the background. I'm adding some cool colors for some contrast. A lot of that black is, it gets covered up, but it just adds some more depth. So I just kind of lay it around. But I end up going over it a lot, blending it in. It's a lot of layering with paint here. Just keep it loose, keep it fun, organic shapes. So I'm adding in some white here for some contrast. It started to get too dark. You can see everything's just kind of blending, and I'm not worrying about it. That's part of the fun of this. Trying to add some dark around the sunflowers to try to get them to pop out. And I'm going back in with my pencil now. It's a water soluble pencil, so I can put it in the description, or if you want to know what that is, just comment and I'll let you know. So I'm just outlining my old outline, not reworking the exact line, just very loose again. Just trying to pop those shapes back out. And I'm going over it with just water, and you can see it just kind of, it blends in, gets messy. It's the point. So I've got my tissue paper that I did some Gelli Plate printing on in the last video. So this is where this is the part that I really enjoy, is just adding these pieces in. And I'm just using like a gloss varnish. You can use anything just to get it to stick. My paint is not dry. some of it is, but I did this in just about 45 minutes to an hour, just a really good exercise. So I'm trying to think about composition here. So I'm putting, I like to do some repetitive. So if I use one print tissue paper on one side, I try to kind of move it around and just kind of balance it. So this was the white. In the video, previous video, I didn't do too much white prints because they were kind of hard to show on video, but you can see when you get them on the paper, it actually, I like the effect of the white just as much as I do the black. Just really spending only a couple seconds just thinking about where I'm going to place this. So it's a real playful way to do some art, either in your sketchbook or just randomly, or on canvas. Sometimes I use it on my canvas. That was from the the inner of the tape dispenser, those circles. So just adding some more darksome lights here, so you can see I covered up a lot of the black paint, but now I'm just adding in some of the papers, the texture papers, to bring that back. I know this isn't fast forward, but I promise you I am not spending that much time. You can see how fast my fingers are going, but honestly, I was moving pretty fast with this anyways. Sometimes I want to just really think about where I'm placing everything and just keep, you know, but the idea of this project is just to put things down, see what happens, surprise yourself. I like how that jelly print paper came out with the lines. That I think was the inside of the cardboard, where I ripped one side of the cardboard off, and inside, you know, the inner part of the cardboard, it has those lines, the corrugated lines in there. So we did some printmaking on that, using that. So that's what that is, and those came out great. Trying to add in some more white here. So I was just ripping off just pieces and just laying them down. So that was kind of an empty space right there. I felt like it needed something. So I did those little stars from that kids kit roller. So I'm coming in with like an acrylic pen here, just trying to add some more mark making lines, but that pen was kind of shot, so it's got that felt nib on it and it was not doing well. That's a garden marker, which is really awesome. It doesn't leak in the water, but I was kind of ruining it here because I was going over some paint. But I still like the lines. They were really clean. So I'm trying some Payne's Gray like paint here to try to bring some darker spots in because those markers just weren't working. For me, I was trying to push these shapes back out. And I just really was going very casual with this. I was not following my lines. I was just kind of keeping it loose. Some of these lines got too dark for me, but I just kept going. You can see it does kind of push those out from the background. So adding some dots here. Dots are my favorite. Just add some fun to the piece. I was really trying to get the inside of that flower to kind of work for me, and it just wasn't. And I'm not sure I like the way the black dots on the inside. I started overthinking. So peeling the tape off, taking one last look here. Bringing in my paper back. I wanted to do something with those leaves, I think, but no, I wasn't sure. Trying to decide. Lots of papers we made the other day. Found that little dot. That's from the tape dispenser. So again, repetition here. You can see I'm adding in like a couple of them there, and kind of good visual language here. Just adding in a few of them around here and there, so your eye can kind of follow them. I was obsessing on those leaves. I felt like I needed to put something in them, but you can see here that wasn't good. So I actually end up just pulling that out and putting it somewhere else. So bringing in some white, some dots, keeping it fun, keeping it abstract, loose. My dog is barking really loud. I wonder if you can hear it. All right. So this is it. This is the piece. So using those tissue papers, it's a pretty awesome way to work. You can use gift wrap tissue. You can use tracing paper. Just you don't need a Gelli Plate to do it. You can print with any items you find at home. But just add some real fun elements to your piece. Some really cool visual language here with the printmaking and just the textures. And there I go, obsessing over those middle of the flowers again. So, and then here I go with my bubble wrap printmaking, and I'm going to just cover that up, and it's going to be amazing. You see that? It's hard to fail with these materials, so I hope you take a chance and do it. It's a really cool way to work. Thanks for watching.